Hey everyone, Steven from Straight Fire Picks. We got best bets for the 2022 NBA playoffs on Sunday, April 24th, 2022. We're going to have player props, spreads, over-unders here for you today. We're going to have 4 picks that make a great value bets for this Sunday NBA slate. As always, just want to thank you all for your continued support here on the channel. If you're new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 6,000 subscribers now. Really looking forward to that. We're going to be doing our parlay giveaway sometime next week to celebrate our 5,000 subscribers, which we just passed. So appreciate all your support here at the channel. Reminder at the channel that we are now partnered with Prize Picks. So use our code SFP for a 100% deposit match on your first deposit up to $100 with Prize Picks. You can also use one of our links down below that's in the description or in the comment section. Really a great app, guys. They handle player props and things to do with that nature. A lot of fun to use. You can put a bunch of picks together for an entry to win a lot of money. So it is a lot of fun. Highly encourage you to check that out. Be sure to also check out our community Discord page as well. Great place to connect with our community and to get new ideas for bets. We'll have a link in the comment section and in the description to that as well. Be sure to also drop your favorite pick down below in the comment section. If you like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. And we'll include your pick in the video if it hits. Okay, now a quick shout out to our Straight Fire MVPs. So as always, guys, you see this beautiful list here running beside me of all of our Straight Fire MVPs. If you're interested in becoming a Straight Fire MVP, there's a join button down below. There'll also be a link in the comment section and in the description. Great way to support the channel and what we do here at the channel. It's just $3.99 per month. You get some custom emojis, a badge next to your name, and things of that nature. Okay, now results from the previous episode. So for our comment cappers, we had Great Lakes Accountability calling the Ja Morant under 28.5 points. Was able to cash that. We love to see that. We had Jim Ewing calling the Andre Drummond under 7.5 rebounds, coming in clutch there as well. And then we had Kevin Brown calling the Anthony Edwards over 23.5 points. Was able to cash that as well. So great calls there from our comment cappers. As far as the stream results go, guys, this is one of the worst episodes I've had in a while. We went 0-3. First offer that I've put up in a while. So this one definitely hurt. Didn't get the day started out well. Obviously, OG Anunoby, we had over 27.5 PRAs on him. Got some late news that Barnes is going to play. And, you know, to be honest with you, I don't think that's what affected the bet because the dude played limited minutes and they weren't great minutes. I mean, he got a bunch of rebounds, but honestly, I don't think that's what killed that bet. Oh, Anunoby was just off. He couldn't hit anything. He just could not shoot the ball at all. Really, you know, obviously that hurt. It was a tough way to start the day. And then we missed on Al Horford over 13.5 points, or rather over 12.5 points. Finished with 3 points. Had 0 points in the first half. Just never got it going. Only put up 1 shot attempt in the first half. It was just like I don't understand how he was a part of the game plan. You know, all of that stretch over the last 6 or 7 games, and all of a sudden, nope, no shots for him. I know Robert Williams came back, but once again, limited minutes for him. You know, it really shouldn't have had anything to do with how Horford shooting the ball, but it did. Obviously, Horford was not a big part of the game plan. And then Karl Anthony Towns under 24.5 points. He finishes with 33. He absolutely dominates. Gets the Timberwolves back into the series. So what can you do, guys? But we're going to get back after it today. We're going to get this 4-0. So let's get right into our picks. At number 1, we are going back to Draymond Green under 7.5 rebounds here for the Golden State Warriors at minus 136 odds. So guys, I saw this line move a little bit from last night. When I was looking at it last night, it was like minus 128. So we are laying a little bit of juice here, but I do think it is worth it. Draymond Green here, 5 out of his last 6 to the under versus the Denver Nuggets. 7 out of his last 7 to the under in Denver versus the Nuggets. So we love to see that as well. Does average 1.6 less rebounds per game on the road at 6.4 on the season. He's also 6 out of his last 7 overall to the under dating back to the regular season. So we love to see that. And here, this is just a really difficult matchup for Draymond, right? Nuggets on the season alone, the 4th fewest rebounds overall. They allow the 10th fewest rebounds to power forward. So it's going to be a tough matchup for Green. He hasn't had any success virtually versus the Nuggets to this line. I expect that to continue here today. It is a scary bet. It's one of those that I like to just turn off and not watch it. particularly this one, because 7.5 rebounds for a guy that's going to be playing a lot of the center position is kind of scary when you think about it. But obviously, Draymond gets dragged out to the perimeter a lot more. The guards for the Warriors pick up a lot more rebounds, like Thompson, Curry, and Wiggins. Gets a lot of rebounds, obviously. So, it's not as scary as it looks, but it definitely it's not one I enjoy watching. It'll definitely drive your anxiety up, but. Do love it there, guys, for our number 1 pick. Draymond Green, under 7.5 rebounds here for the Golden State Warriors at minus 136 odds. Okay, and at number 2, we're rolling with the Miami Heat, -2 spread versus the Atlanta Hawks at minus 110 odds. So, guys, Miami Heat here have won 5 of the 7 meetings here with the Atlanta Hawks on the season. Atlanta Hawks here 25-18 at home against the spread. Miami Heat 25-16-1 on the road against the spread. It's very comparable here. I think honestly here coming into Game 4 off that loss there for the Heat in Game 3 where they blew that big lead, I think they get back on track and they prove themselves to be the better team. Top to bottom, they are the better team. There's really no arguing with that. I mean, Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, PJ Tucker, Tyler Herro, Duncan Robinson, a lot of guys that can get it done. There for the Heat. They go very deep. So, I think in this particular spot, like I said, off that letdown in Game 3, I think they get their focus back here in Game 4, and they get it done. They dominated Games 1 and 2 in this series. They really dominated a lot of Game 3, like I said, before surrendering that lead late. They had a huge lead, heading in late third quarter into the fourth, and they just blew it. So, I expect them to get back on track today. This is a championship caliber team. And I just don't see the Hawks as being quite ready yet. Right now, the Heat can and have shown that they can stop Trae Young. They've pretty much done it the first 3 games of the series. Now, he did come on late. But overall, the Heat have done a good job containing Trae Young. And I expect that to continue here. And the Hawks, honestly, just not to have enough to make this series go deep. Hawks are the 8th seed. Heat are the 1 seed. And it's that way for a reason. The Hawks have had trouble this year. Really on the defensive end, the 26th in defensive rating on the season. Now, they have played much better at the end of the season, but overall, they haven't been the same team that they were last year during that playoff run. Heat are 4th best in defensive rating on the year, so obviously, like I said, big edge there for the Heat. Offensively, the Hawks are 2nd in offensive rating for the season, and the Heat are 12th in offensive rating. So the Hawks do have a little bit of an advantage there on the offensive side as far as that go, but like I said, the Heat have game planned and have been able to stop Trae Young. And that's really, if you could stop Trae Young, the Hawks are really in a lot of trouble. So I think, like I said, I think the Heat get back on track here in Game 4 and take a 3-1 lead. And honestly, take control of this series. So it's pretty much a pick 'em spread. So that's why I say that when we're talking about win-loss. So love it there for our number 2 pick. Miami Heat -2 spread here versus the Atlanta Hawks at minus 110 odds. Okay, and at number 3, we're going with CJ McCollum, over 36.5 PRAs here for the New Orleans Pelicans at minus 113 odds. So yes, we are going back to this. We had this bet the other day as well. We had it at 35.5, but I still think we're getting great value here at 36.5. McCollum here, 4 out of his last 5 versus the Phoenix Suns while a member of the New Orleans Pelicans. So let me redo those logs. He's had 40, 39, 35, 42, and 41. So even the loss, he was right there. Easily could have cashed. And I think he's honestly left a lot on the table, particularly here in the playoffs in games 1, 2, and 3. He hasn't shot above 50% yet. So I definitely think he is capable of doing that. And if he could do that, obviously I think we cash this bet easily. I think he'll end up probably in the mid-40s if he could do that. And he just has a lot of opportunity. Pretty much we know here on the Pelicans, it's a 2-man show. It's Brandon Ingram, it's CJ McCollum. They absolutely need him to score. They need him to assist. They need him to do everything. They really do. And he's been doing that. Like I said, he's cashed in all 3 in games 1, 2, and 3. He's cashed in all 3 games. So we'd love to see that. And, I think a couple things I really love here from McCollum when you talk about opportunity, talk about his minutes. His last 5 games for minutes, he's played 41, 40, 43, 42, and 39 minutes. So you can expect him to play about 40 minutes. Obviously, hopefully he stays out of foul trouble, which he's been able to do. That's really the biggest thing with that. And then as far as for shot attempts in his last 5 games, we're looking at 23, 24, 25, 18, and 23. So it's obviously very good. That's a lot of volume, and that's what we love to see. That's all we could really ask for. We want the volume. We want the minutes. And I think McCollum is going to have a great shot to cash. And like I said, I think he could shoot above 50%. He hasn't done it yet, but I think he's certainly capable of doing it. That's really what my hope is here for Game 4 here for McCollum, is just for him to shoot above 50%. If he does that, we cash easy. But either way, he's been cashing, so he's been doing a great job. Like I said, he gets it done, rebounding, getting assists, he gets involved. He can fill up the stat sheet, which is why I love his PRA so much over anything else. He really can do it all. Now, for one individual thing, I would lean his over in rebounds. I believe his rebound line's 4.5, so that's probably what I'd lean if you guys can't play the PRA line. And I still think the Suns here have to game plan a little bit more for Brandon Ingram. He's still garnering a lot of the attention. Obviously, after that 37-point Game 2 performance, and he put up 30 last game as well. So they have to think a little bit more about Ingram, I think, still. He is still, more of their go-to in a lot of games, but that's why I like McCollum. I like the number 2 guy here. But do love it there, guys. For number 3 pick, CJ McCollum, over 36.5 PRAs here for the New Orleans Pelicans at minus 113 odds. Okay, and finally at number 4, we are going with Giannis Antetokounmpo, under 33.5 points here for the Milwaukee Bucks at minus 110 odds. So guys, Giannis has gone under in 9 out of 10 games this season without Chris Middleton on the floor, so we like to see that. He's also 7 out of his last 7 to the under overall, dating back to the regular season, so we like to see that. He averages 2.4 less points per game on the road as well, 28.7 per game for the year. He's 17 out of 25 to the under in his last 25 playoff games, and he's 6 out of 7 this season versus the Bulls to the under. So there's a lot of great trends here working for us. And what I really like about this, guys, we saw Giannis fill the facilitator role really well in Game 3, right? He didn't need to score, 30-plus points for the Bucks last game. He was passing the basketball, and I look for that to continue, right? All the guys on the perimeter, they have a lot of talent, even besides Middleton. Obviously, Connaughton, Brook Lopez, Drew Holiday, these guys can all knock down shots, and they did a great job there in Game 3. And I expect that to continue. There's no reason for Giannis not to trust his teammates. They looked their very best when he was passing the basketball. And he wasn't even close to hitting the over. He finished with like 18 points. So, I think he'll have more points, obviously, in Game 3. I think he'll be in the upper 20s. Like I said, 33.5 is just too high. It's no disrespect to Giannis at all. The dude can have an absolutely monster game and still cash the under, right? And that's what I love about it. And I don't think they need him to drop 40 to beat this Bulls team. I really don't. The Bulls just haven't been that team consistently. And I think that's the biggest thing for the Bulls. We saw a great performance in Game 2. Bulls looked absolutely phenomenal. And then Game 3, they looked absolutely horrible. So they are a very inconsistent team. And I think that could still continue to play out here in Game 4. They had a lot of trouble with the Bucks defense in particular in Game 3. They just couldn't score the ball. So I do love it there, guys. For our number 4 pick, Giannis Antetokounmpo, under 33.5 points here for the Milwaukee Bucks at minus 110 odds. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 6,000 subscribers now. As always, just want to say that I appreciate y'all here at the channel. Check out all our social media links down below to connect with us. We have our Twitter down below, our Discord, Instagram, things like that. So check all those out. Also our website, straightfirepicks.com, if you guys are ever interested in any type of merchandise. This is one of the things we have up there. We have a cup up there and things like that. So check that out. I know, last episode obviously was rough. We were due for one of those somewhere along the road. So it was unfortunate. I hate it when we go 0 for 3, obviously. That really hurt. So we're going to get back on track today, though, guys. We bounce back. That's what we do. We can't stay down. We got to get back up, pick ourselves up off the mat, bankroll manage. That's the biggest thing. That's why we can't get too crazy day to day, because anything can happen. You never know what stuff could turn south on you. Overall, those are a couple things I'd say about the playoffs, guys. Look at rebounds. Look at unders. Those have been the biggest things that I've observed during the playoffs. Is a lot of unders are cashing in the right spots, and a lot of rebound lines that you wouldn't expect to hit are also cashing for guards. Just from observing, series like the Hawks, we're seeing a lot of guards cash the rebound lines like Trae Young, and same thing, in a lot of the other series as well. So just something to keep an eye on. But in particular, playing unders has been very profitable in the playoffs. that's what we've done a lot of. And for whatever reason, yesterday we went with 2 overs and an under. So, we're back to having 2 unders today, and I think that's really the way you want to look in the playoffs. I think you want to be looking at unders. So, appreciate you guys all at the channel. Let's get this 4-0 sweep, though. Let's cash all your bets as well. Best of luck to you guys. Like I said, check out our Prize Picks link as well if you guys are interested in that. Like I said, use our code SFP or one of our links down below for a 100% deposit match. Other than that, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will catch you next time. Peace out.